What's up, guys? It's your boy, the Piscean Predator, back with that TPP True Crime Talk. Before we get started on today's subject, if you could go ahead, hit that like and the subscribe button for your boy. Help me get this channel growing, get the algorithm moving. You know what I mean? Get us some more engagement down in those comments. Appreciate it greatly, guys. All right, that being said, let's go ahead and jump into today's little topic, and that's Murdaugh Trial Day 26. I believe it's day 26. Yeah, pretty sure it's day. It might be 25, 26. I'm not sure. I'm not counting the days where they're picking trials. I'm like straight start of the trial. You know, the proceedings. So that is why my days might be a little bit off compared to other people's. But anyways, that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this today. Today, the jury got to go walk Moselle, and then after they got back, we had prosecution with the closing arguments. Woo, boy, for all the haters out there that was hating on the prosecution, where are they going with it? This is confusing. It's too much information and blah, 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 and this and that. I'm going to tell you right now, prosecution, Mr. Waters, dude, he did not leave any stone unturned today. He did not forget to cover any lie, any discrepancy. He covered all the evidence. He laid it out pretty damn well. The way he laid it out was how I was thinking about the whole trial the whole time in my mind. Like, all the points he covered was, it was on point. And, you know, I know it's been a long trial, and I know it was a long closing with the prosecution, but it had to be that way. It had to be that way. He had to lay it out the way that he did. He had to go over everything that he did to really lay that foundation and make that jury understand everything that was said. I'll make sure that it was all cemented in their heads. Like, that had to happen. It had to be laid out the way that it was. And there was nothing I could think of that he did not cover. Because, you know, obviously, if you've been watching the trial like I have every day, when those certain things pop, those red flags pop, I'm like writing it down, mental notes. Man, and I'm telling you, as he was going through it, I was waiting for him to miss something. And I was like, dude, he ain't missing nothing. He is hitting every one of these points, every one of these lies, every one of these things that I was thinking about that wasn't really spoken and defined really well in the testimonies, and you know what I mean, in the crosses and everything. But he did it, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, Waters did it. So I'm thinking, one, the Moselle trip today, defense wanted that, but I don't think that was a good idea on the defense's part. I don't think it was a good idea at all, because once they got down there, they were going to be able to tell that there's no way to creep up on somebody. There's no way for somebody to creep up on Paul and Mags. No way. There's no way. It's too lit up and the area is too clear around them. Like, those dogs would have went ape shit if somebody was creeping up. And the views, the distance that you can view with the lights on and everything, even if it was at night, dude, there's no way somebody could have crept up on them. And there's no way that somebody could have crept up and not have those dogs going off. And the simple fact that Paul and Maggie had no defensive wounds at all, they were taken completely by surprise. That tells you straight up that they knew who the killer was. The dogs knew who the killer was. The only time you hear those dogs barking is later, once he's on that 911 call after all the chaos. He comes back in the chaos, right? And they're probably barking at him because he had just pulled up. Shit, those dogs are probably barking from the time that the murders happened to the point where he got back. But before that, those dogs were not barking. And he even testified to that. He even testified to the fact that those dogs were acting absolutely normal, not keying into somebody being on that property. And I'm telling you, there's enough dogs there, and they're hunting dogs. That's what they do. They notice everything. That's what they do. They're hunting dogs. They're trained to go after pigs and all this other stuff. So those type of dogs, they're going to be on point. And especially being way out in the middle of nowhere, like with as little people as they see, they only see people that they know. So if somebody comes up to that property, even comes close with hunting dogs, they're going to key on to that. And if it's somebody they don't know, they're going to go ape. And the fact that they didn't do that, right? And we could tell they didn't do that because of the fact that Paul and Maggie had no defensive wounds. And the fact that Paul was shot the way that he was shot, where he was shot, close quarters, he knew the shooter. He knew the shooter. 100% knew the shooter. And yeah, no defensive wounds on Maggie. Guarantee she was going to see what happened to her son, just like Waters like he claimed in the closing. And then she was taken by surprise, not by a stranger, but by somebody that she knew. That's, dude, 100%. And then the fact that he admitted on the stand after what, like almost 2 years of lying about not being at the kennels, he's gonna go ahead and confess on the stand that he was there within that time frame. Dude, if you think anybody else did this, can you send me your connect or whatever you're smoking, bro? Cause it's good. You on that good. Cause bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, that boy guilty. That boy is guilty. So I'm feeling like that Moselle trip in this closing, defense is gonna have to pull a miracle out of there, you know? Otherwise, I don't know, dude. Up till the day I was 50-50 on that hung jury, but now I'm leaning more towards like I'm 100% he's guilty. But as far as what the jury's gonna go, after today, after the full them doing the walkthrough and hearing that full closing and getting that refresher on everything that's gone down in this case, dude, I'm at a 90% that they're gonna convict him. I truly am. That's where I'm at. Because like the way the defense laid everything out, that jury, dude, how that jury could look at Alex Murdaugh and think that he could ever tell the truth or is capable of that character. I mean, dude, he's the type of person where literally he's not going to confess to anything unless, just like this video, he has to. Unless there's evidence that proves that he did something, he's not going to admit to it. But once that proof's there, he's going to admit to it and create a story to you know, to make it seem like it's no big deal. Just like the prosecution laid out. 100%, dude. This man, he's guilty, bruh. He's guilty. So, tomorrow, we get to go ahead and hear the closing for the defense. And what are they gonna do? They're gonna get up there and try to hit the jury in the feels, try to get them emotional, try to get them feeling like there's no way that this man would have killed his wife and his son. Well, reality is, there's no other person that could have did it. There's no other person that could have known that they were gonna be there. Not. He's the one that called them there. And yeah, there's issues with the ballistics and stuff where, you know, they don't want 100%, they can't 100% say that these marks on these that match the guns are 100% a match because, you know, there could be, it's not 100%. But come on, dude. They're matching ballistics back to firearms that were on there. We have missing firearm, specifically a 300 blackout that was specifically Paul's blackout. Even though that wasn't his preferred one, he liked to use his brother's, his is still missing. His is still missing. Dude, it's just too much. It's too much. There's too much there. Too much there to claim that he's innocent, man. Too much there to even go for a hung jury. Like, boy's guilty. All right, guys. Well, that was a longer update than what I was gonna go. You know what I mean? But man, this should get me fired up. It does. It gets me fired up. This case has been pretty amazing. I know some of y'all probably think it's boring, but I'm with it. So anyways, guys, this is your boy, the Piscean Predator. That's our update on the Murdaugh trial. Tomorrow is going to be looks like tomorrow's going to be the last day, and then they go into deliberation. So, yeah, man, I'm excited. I will see you guys tomorrow with the update. Hope y'all have an amazing day. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. Yeah, it's your boy, Piscean Predator. Much love, y'all. Peace.